Hey, I just got off of here doing a live tarot reading, so I know y'all probably like, what the hell? Whatever, I just feel like talking. So, I'm gonna give people a second to get in here because I know YouTube like to play over here on this channel and not give people their notifications and whatnot. But when you come in, please thumbs up the video. Yes, Kevin, round two, okay? Uh, yeah. Hey, baby. Hey, what's up, y'all? Yeah, I want to have a quick dialect about what went down with Shanquilla. Well, the decision that they made. Um, I know some of you guys follow me quite, you know, a bit, and some of you don't. Um, some people only listen to tarot readings when there's a really interesting topic, and some people just, you know, they think tarot's weird. But I did a reading about the situation that happened with Shanquilla when it first happened. And I had a lot of people that really got ticked off at me because in my reading, it came out literally that the case would be dismissed due to lack of evidence, or there wouldn't be a case, okay? Or whatever. I don't remember exactly how the verbiage was in the reading, but it was predicted. There was a lot of people that were pissed off at me. There was a lot of people who cursed me out in my comment section. There was some people that unsubscribed from the channel saying that I was being weird and I didn't know what I was talking about as a reader. And you had all these other tarot readers that went kind of viral because they were saying, oh, yeah, Tranquilla's going to receive justice. Tranquilla's going to receive justice. Like I told you guys, sometimes I don't like the messages that I am given to give to you all. But my job as a spiritual person, whatever y'all want to label me as, tarot, whatever, okay? My job is to be honest. And sometimes that honesty breaks my heart. This is why when I tell you guys this is a bittersweet gift that I have, sometimes I'm really happy about my gift when I get to give people really, really great news. Um, but then there's times when I mourn, okay? Like, seriously, I really do. I mourn from the messages that come out, but nonetheless, my job is to be honest and keep it a stack with y'all, and that's what I'm gonna do. When I decided to do this tarot thing, okay, which I refused at first, and Spirit started throwing me curveballs and stuff, and fastballs and whatnot, but when I decided that I was going to do this tarot thing, the very first thing that I made a promise to Spirit was that no matter what, I would be honest, even if it broke my heart, even if it brought me to tears on this platform, even if I had to be vulnerable with you guys, even if it was something I didn't want to say, I was going to be honest. The only things I stay away from is things that can possibly get my channel, you know, taken off YouTube. Okay. Tried that with the presidential election. Okay. My whole channel did the Matrix. So I had to take that video down. They wasn't with it. And it wasn't even nothing bad in it. They just didn't want me talking politics, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm too dark for that. But for those of you who were present, please thumbs up the video, guys. Um, for those of you who were present, you know that somebody said you got to hit the three dots or something now. I guess the setup is different or something. I don't know. I mean, thumbs up, thumbs down, but do something. Just do something. Um, but anyways, during that reading, it came out, and my big mama said it as clear as day that the case would be dismissed due to lack of evidence, and clearly that is what the decision that they have made. If you guys paid attention to the thumbnail, you can see that prosecutors have decided that they are not going to follow through with this case or even do an investigation. Now, let me explain something to a lot of people because I know people say things like, well, there's a video, there's a video, there's a video. There is a video. There are several videos. The problem is you can speculate with the video, but you can't really prove anything. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I feel like they're not taking this case as serious as they should be taking it? Yes. Do I feel like this girl is being treated the way she's treated because of the color of her skin? Absolutely yes. And do I think that they dropped the ball because they just really don't care? Absolutely yes. I do. Because I've seen women who don't look like us, they have no evidence, no body, they have pure speculation, and they locking husbands up and friends and boyfriends and cousins and aunties and uncles and mamas and everything. So do I think the scales are being tilted a certain type of way because of what this girl looked like? Absolutely. I absolutely do. But when it comes to law, okay, and I'm not an expert, okay? Um when it comes to law, it's about what you can prove, okay? Unless you don't look the right color, okay? When it comes to equality of the law, meaning if your case is treated fairly, okay, it's about what can be proved. And I saw the video, all of us did, okay? We were all triggered by it. Everybody was pissed off, okay? We were. Um, it's about what you can prove. Now the video gives a lot of speculation. It does. It had us triggered. We were pissed. Okay, people. There was tons of some people went viral based off of the situation that happened. Some people never even thought about doing YouTube until they saw that video. They was like, you know what? I'm a YouTuber today. Okay, so I get it, right? I understand what we saw. I understand what it looked like. I understood the whole situation just looked really bad. I mean, her not having clothes. It was just a bad situation. It was bad. Um, but yeah, you can prove that there was a fight. Yes, you can prove that there was some brutality going on in the fight. Yes, you can prove that people sat back and watched, and while this thing happened, no one intervened. We can prove all of that, but we can't prove that what we saw is what caused the ending of her, right? And you got to remember the jurisdiction is not in the US. It's in another whole country. Okay, a country that could probably care less about what happens over here. Okay, they care more about the cartel and you know, they coco. Okay? Use your imagination. Excuse me, but the very first thing I want to do before I rant a little is send my deepest condolences to her mother and her father. Um I'm gonna be honest. I don't ever, ever, ever want to know what it feels like to lose a child ever. Okay, I really would prefer for spirit to just take me up out of this joint before I experience something like that. Like seriously, like just take me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of mental state I would be in after that, after something like that. I don't know if I would be able to cope properly. I just don't. Um, I almost had a mental meltdown over my brother. Okay, and that's my brother, and we didn't even get along that well. So like my child, I don't know. I don't know if I would be able to handle that. But I want to send my deepest condolences to her parents, and comfort and peace to them in this really difficult time. And I know her mother has to be so heartbroken knowing that nobody is going to even pursue any type of justice for her child. Like I said, I've seen women who don't look like us that get justice and ain't no evidence, okay? Ain't no gunshot residue, ain't no body, ain't no nothing. They just speculate you did something. They be like, Bradley's going to jail. He did it. Now, I've seen a lot of them walk away and get away scot free as well. That's why it's called scot free, okay? Research that. But so I definitely think that her case is being kind of pushed to the side because I think they don't want to do the work. They don't want to have to go over to Mexico and do all of the work that it's going to take and spend all the money that it takes on forensics and all this other stuff that they would have to do. Because let's be honest, those things are pricey. They are. And I'm not taking their side. I'm not saying that America ain't got it because they do. Okay. Like I said, I just don't think they want to do the work. I've had cops tell me I'm gonna let you go with a warning because I don't feel like filling in the paperwork. I'm just saying. Okay, we're dealing with a very lazy system here. You know what I'm saying? They don't even like to write tickets most of the time. If it ain't something that they're gonna get a decent amount of money from, they could care less. They could care less. You guys know I'm a truck driver. I've had them pull me over in my 18 wheeler and be like, "Girl, everything checked out. Just go. I ain't even finna tell them. Whatever. You good. Get out of here." Because it's a lot, right? And just to write a ticket, right? So let alone you gotta travel, take all your stuff, go grab all this stuff, take pictures and evidence. And it's just a lot. Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to speak on this situation pertaining to what about your friends? Um, when this thing was really fresh, Shanquilla came up in my readings quite a bit. and my big mama would emphasize that we all need to be careful. Now, I haven't channeled with her yet. I have channeled with Tracy Braxton. I've also channeled with Michael Jackson, which was a little bit weird for me. It was a little bit weird for me to channel their energies because they're so they act. I mean, they seem like they're real cool on the other side, honestly. But it's a little bit different, the feeling and stuff. So channeling is not like one of my favorite things to do because it makes me feel really weird afterwards. But I just I want to talk about how in this community there's a silent code that I feel like kind of happens amongst dark melanated people, um, or melanated people in general. Um, there's this secret thing that happens that I think a lot of melanated people try to hide because we want to appear to be supportive and strong toward each other, and we want to make it seem like we have this black girl magic, and we're so supportive of our people, and we're because we already got a bad rep. You really think about it, we have the worst rep out of everybody in the whole entire world because of the way the men be acting a fool throughout the community. Okay, let's just keep it real. But um I think that there's some things that have been being ignored in our community, and I think that it's to our detriment that we keep pretending like things aren't happening. There is a crabs in a bucket mentality that a lot of melanated people possess, and it's starting to become more and more dangerous every day. um I guess I'll give you guys a story because I always got a parable for y'all. Okay. um you know when I was young, i um I didn't have self-esteem issues. I didn't have um issues with my body. I didn't feel a certain way about myself until I got around other people who felt a certain way about me, how I looked, my skin tone, my crooked tooth, my big boobs, my booty ain't that big, stuff like that. I never thought about those things until other people started to bring attention to it. There was at a point in time when I remember I was in middle school. This is before I got jumped on by like a whole group of girls. One of them, mother, even participated. Okay. And I remember, till I got a potty mouth, a heart. But I remember being bullied. Yeah, that's true, Cynthia. But I remember being bullied. I remember people bringing things to my attention that I wasn't even conscious about. Like, I didn't, I love to smile. You guys know that. Every time y'all get on here, y'all see my crooked ass tooth. I show all my shit out with gums, teeth. I'm like Cheshire cat. Okay, I'm always laughing and smiling. Okay, always. But it was women, it was girls, it was other little black girls that made me feel like there was something wrong with me. The boys loved me. And then once the girls started to talk about me and the girls didn't like me very much, then the boys traded on me and started, like, because those other girls were like sexually active and stuff like that, right? So I wasn't, I was like the pure girl or whatever, the Baptist girl, the girl who had the, grandparents that were pastors, and I was a good girl. Um, and there's this thing that I noticed, even after middle school, as I got older, when I would befriend certain women, I would be thinking like, she's my friend. This is someone I can trust. This is someone that I can bring around my family and my man and stuff like that. And then they will sleep with your guy. You know what I'm saying? um or they would steal from me, or it would be something, or there would be this secret competition that would be happening. I'll never forget one girl in particular. I'm going to use this word very loosely, but at the time, because I didn't know any better, she was my best friend. And this is around the time that I was being bullied. And I'm going to set the scenario up for y'all so y'all can kind of get an idea of what's going on here, right? So I'm the dark skinned short girl with the big boobs and the all right butt. I don't have a huge gigantic butt. I would never try to front like I do. I don't want one. Okay, I like being able to wipe. Okay, because I heard a lot of them girls with the big booties be smelling, at least from what my children say. But and she was the light skinned girl. She had the big boobs. She had her butt was bigger than mine, but it wasn't like gigantic either. And I remember we would go out, right? Because we were like dating girls. We were young and we liked boys, and it was a fresh new thing. And I was still a virgin. I don't know what she was. She said she was, but I don't know. But I was still a virgin at the time. And I remember we would go out and we would be with guys. And we would always attract older men, always. And we would go out and the guys would be talking to me and stuff like that. And then whenever I would get a little bit more attention than her, I would notice she would take these little jabs at me. Just little things. It was very subtle. It wasn't like things that you would be like, oh, and I know you didn't say that to me. It would be really, really subtle things like, oh, she would say something like it was so long ago, my God. She would say really subtle things to like dig at me. And I didn't pick up on it until I was about 19 years old. I had been friends with her for a really, really long time. I was. Um, I had been friends with her from middle school. I think I met her when I was around like 12. And we stayed friends until around I was like 19, right? Um, After I had my baby and he turned 1. But I'll never forget, she would come around and she would always bring this really funky energy. And she would always take these little jabs at me. And by the time I hit about, I want to say about 17, you know, um, I started to notice it. I started to pick up on it. I started saying, wait a minute, what this bitch say? And I started seeing it. And I was like, yo, okay, hold on. And it wasn't just her. I had women family members who, I'm going to tell y'all another story, but hold on, let me get through with this one. Um, and I started to pick up on it, and I was like, you know what? Something's wrong with her. The old girl is on some other stuff. So I started being really mean. I started to treat her really, really mean to the point where she just didn't want to be around me no more. I turned into capital BITCH.com. Do you hear me? I'm talking about I made this girl so uncomfortable to be in my presence. I'll never forget. We went and kicked it with these dudes. They lived like right around the corner from me. We was always walking somewhere. I didn't even have a car or nothing then, right? We went and kicked it with these dudes, and one of them, ooh, child, this thing was fresh out of ebony, beautiful. Okay, I'm talking about perfect teeth. He had this hair. He was sexy. He had a great body. He was fine, right? And we had this thing where it was like, okay, if a dude like you, he like you. We not gonna go there. If he like you, then he like you. And this is, mind you, I'm thinking this girl is my friend. So we get over there and he introduced us to his cousin because we both met him, right? And he introduced us to his cousin. And so the come to find out, the dude that we both were liking, the really fine guy, he liked me. So I was like, oh shit, he like you, girl. I say, oh, he like you, girl. I say, oh, he like you, girl. I'm over here like, yeah, hey, hey, listen, let me tell y'all. We go around the corner to my house after we done kicked it with them. We done drank our little bottles, smoked a little something. You know what young people do. Do y'all know I woke up in the middle of the night and this girl was down the street at their house? He told me the next day. This was like before cell phones, all that. He told me the next day. This girl, she was over there trying to give it to him. Like I said, I don't know if she was a virgin. I know what she said, but I don't know if she was a virgin. But like, I was just like, we have a code. Like we have a girl code where we don't do this to each other. But that was my first experience with betrayal from somebody who was close to me. Later on, after I did, finally get in a relationship and everything like that, I had a cousin that slept with my children's father. Too many black women have the same story, the desperation for the male gaze. I had a coworker say in front of the office, her type of black, referring to my skin color. Something is spiritually wrong with us. Yes, and thank you so much for the super chat, Lizzie. Um, there's a unspoken narrative that is happening in our community that I don't think we talk about enough, and I think that the thing that happened with Shanquilla could have been avoided if we would just be a little bit more honest about our experiences. And not just about our relationships that we have with black women, but also the relationships that we have carried on with black men. I personally don't have any shame about anything that's happened in my life. I have been through everything you can think of with a man. And yes, those men looked like me. Okay? I have been cheated on. I have been punched upside my head. I have been all that. Okay, been to jail. I did it all. The ride or die chick. I've done it all. Okay, I've done it all. I've done it all. Okay, I've worshipped myself into damn near mental illness. Okay, so when I tell you I'm speaking from hardcore experience, it took me a really, really, really long time to understand what the hell was happening with me in mind. And like I said, I'm not saying this is everybody's situation, but I'm sure there are a lot of black women that could come up here right now and be like, girl, this happened to me, girl, this happened to me. Excuse me. Now I have a cousin, the one that I told y'all slept with my baby daddy. She people say we look alike. I don't see it, okay? But I guess I would be considered like a dark skinned version of her. I guess. I don't know. Okay. But I'll never forget one day we were, why is it always this scenario? Now that I'm thinking, I'm putting these two together. We were at a bar and another fine ass dude, oh, body for days. Oh my God. And he was packing because I was rubbing him all up. Do you hear me? I was rubbing him up, girl. But after I found out he liked me. Okay, I'm still a girl code type of chick. You know, I'm not one of those chicks that if me and my girl is single and we go out and some guy like her, all right, he off limits, I'm cool, right? I'm good. Now, me and my cousin go out to this bar, nice little pool hall like type of situation, real cool, groovy, you know, older people type of thing. This is when I'm older. Now this girl living with me, y'all. I got her living in my house. Okay, I pay the rent. She pays utilities and she buys no food. All right, and I do all the cooking and I take care of her baby. This is our setup. Okay, she got it good. I'm like her baby daddy, right? Because I told her to come and move to Georgia with me so she can heal. She had surgery or whatever. Mind you, she had slept with my children's father years before. I had not talked to her for like 7 or 8 years, and then we reconciled, or at least I reconciled. I don't know what she did. But we at the bar, meet these guys. The dude is freaking gorgeous. I'm talking about beautiful. Had the suit on. He was smelling so good. And he was like, "Oh God, I really, really love you. You know I love chocolate, blah, blah, blah." So we talking. And this girl at the table, y'all, this before we even get to the house. Okay, we used to invite dudes to the house all the time because we always had weapons, so we weren't scared of nobody, right? Listen, homeboy and his cousin came to the house, y'all. I had the little music going, and my living room was set up so gentle. I mean, when you walked in, you just felt like at home. They took their shoes off and everything. I went in the kitchen and started hooking up some little nachos and stuff, and we in there chilling. And I come in, and they like, damn, that food smell good. You know, we vibing. I got the Heinekens out. Child, this girl said in front of these two strangers, okay, that we just met a few hours before, like, right? We were vibing and everything. She said, look me dead in my face. And I'm talking about right out in the open. She said, yeah, cuz you're cute, but I look better than you. I was like, he looked at me. He was like, I was like, yo, I don't know. Maybe she drunk. You know how you try to come up with something for somebody, kind of like that woman who at the office party with her husband and he had too much to drink and you're like, oh my God, he's been drinking like that. I was just like, she's drunk. Don't pay her any attention. But it was just amazing to me. And then let me tell you how spirit humbled her. Every guy she talked to after that told her that they liked me more than they liked her. I was prettier. I had a better attitude. I wasn't drunk all the time. I seemed pleasant. Every time they come over, I'm cooking. Everybody Every single dude. I'm talking about like five, six dudes in a row, okay? And it wasn't even all that. Not even dudes I would talk to. She had one guy that was cute enough where I was like, oh, okay, he nice looking. All the rest of them wasn't even my type. We don't even have the same type. Even though she slept with my dude. You know what I'm saying? And we was together at the time. Um, Found out later. I told you I was so naive, y'all wouldn't even understand. But I think that if we were to be a little bit more honest about our actual experiences of the things that have happened with us and our so-called friends, and I'm not painting this narrative for every single black woman, but there's entirely too many of us that have experienced things like this, and we try to, and I get it, right? Because we come from a place where our reputation is already something that's very difficult for us to fathom, right? um it's bad. It looks bad on paper. It looks bad on the news. It looks bad when you walk through the hood. It's bad. We got a really, really bad rep. So we want to try to stand up and be tall and be strong and try to present ourselves in a manner to where we're not being judged the way that our entire community, our entire race is being judged off of what they see in our community, right? Um, but if we don't be honest, what are the consequences? Will our daughters become Shanquillas? Like, we have to start asking ourselves, what's the karma that comes with me not helping someone? How do you know that your story is not going to save your child someday from a bad friend? Because we're trying to keep hope alive. And we want our children to believe in black girl magic and all of this strength and this, because listen, we are strong. We are. We've endured more than any nationality of people walking the planet, and we still here. Most people would have went extinct by now. Okay? So yes, we are strong. But we're not honest. We're not honest, y'all. And if we listen, I've done entirely too many readings about the black community. I'm speaking from this with confidence. The next thing that I'm getting ready to say, I'm saying with confidence, and I'm saying it from my heart. If we don't start being honest about these relationships that we've been in with black men and black women, a lot of our karma it's going to fall on our children. And that's my concern. Our children and our grandchildren are going to pay for us being silent. And if we don't start opening our mouths and saying, listen, baby, that's not your friend. Listen, baby, let me tell you what my friend did to me. Listen, baby, let me tell you who your daddy really was. Listen, baby, let me tell you how that man went upside my head. Listen, baby, let me tell you about the time I went out with my friends and somebody put something in my drink. We have to be honest because our children and grandchildren are paying for our secrets. They're paying for, we see it on the news every day. These young girls are being toe tagged every 4 to 5 hours. And I'm pretty sure every single one of their mothers knows a group of people or has experienced something similar to the way those people treated that girl in that room. I told y'all I got jumped on by about 12, 13 girls when I was 12 years old. One thing about me, I'm brutally honest with my children. And people used to get mad at me and try to judge me for that when they was younger. But me being brutally honest has kept my children in a energy where if they do something wrong, they do it consciously. And I'm not saying they perfect. I'm not telling you that they don't do nothing wrong. It do not stop them from going out and doing what the hell they want to do because they gonna do it. If they want to do it, they gonna do it. You better know that. Okay? But they do it knowing the consequence before they do it. I personally don't believe Shanquilla thought her life was in danger. I really believe she thought those people were her friend. I really believe she thought she could trust them. Because there's no way on God's green earth that you would sit there and drink and get passed out drunk around a bunch of people that you thought were going to hurt you or harm you. I really believe she thought she was safe. She thought her friend had her back. I've been knowing you for 5, 6, 7 years. You ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. You ain't gonna let nobody touch me. You ain't gonna let nobody toe tag me. You would never let anything like that happen. And look what happened. On somebody who she trusted, watch. You my best friend and you a masculine energy. Why am I being beat up with no clothes on? Now see, I'm a little throwed off. See, at Shanquilla age, I'd have been like, hold on 1 minute, bitch. Let me put my clothes on real quick. Cause you want a show? Y'all motherfuckers got your phone out? I'm finna give you a show, baby. We finna go viral today. And I'm not only would I have beat the hell out of that man woman that she was fighting, but everybody in that room would have had to see me. You ain't gonna do nothing? You ain't gonna do nothing? Okay. Y'all want a show? Let's do it then. Let's effing do it then. Okay? That would have been my energy. Um, but we are most definitely going to have to start being 100% honest about what is going on in our experiences because like I said, I see and I'm not even pulling no cards on this. I'm predicting to y'all um from what I can tell with our behavior, how we keep walking around in circles and circles and circles and circles and circles. Okay? That it looks like insanity to me. Excuse me, but I feel like our children and our grandchildren are the ones that are going to pay for our deep dark secrets. Can everybody please stop real quick and thumbs up the video for me, please? I got almost 200 of y'all in here. Cynthia, why you send me the cash app, baby? Thank you. Can everybody please thumbs up the video for me, please? If you guys don't mind. I'll take a quick second. Um, I wasn't doing an ask a question though, Sin. I'm gonna send it back to you. I just was ranting real quick. I wasn't gonna do no questions. Cause I just did a reading. I ain't gonna because I don't want other people to come on and be like, oh, it's a read. You know, it's a ask a question session. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna send it back, baby. Um, but yeah, and this is just how I feel. Um, as far as the prediction goes, I really feel like I'm seeing karma happening in our community. And I was watching a documentary. Was it yesterday? I think on this rapper. His name is King Von, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him, but it's supposedly the narrative is I don't know a whole lot about the boy, but I watched a documentary. It's like almost 4 hours. I watched a documentary, and apparently he is one of rap's first serial killers that they could actually prove. Is I think there's a lot of them, but one that they can prove. And they were showing like a lot of his Instagram messages and um, a lot of his what do you call that? The posts that you put online, Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. And he was saying how his mother raised him to be a savage and how he behaved the way that he did because of his environment. And come to find out, his dad had been toe tagged as well. But he ended up toe tagged. He was a big time rapper. He was associated with like Lil Durk or whatever. But I started getting some epiphanies while I was watching the documentary about him and how we can associate a lot of the behaviors, the outcome that happens with a lot of the dads end up happening with the sons. And a lot of times, however the mother is, their daughters will turn out that way. That's direct generational karma. Thank you for the cash app, G Strathmore. I mean the super chat. Um, but that's a direct correlation with his mother not being honest about who his dad actually was, right? Um, and it was a really sad thing to watch. The documentary was a really really upsetting thing to watch because he was just so proud of what he had done and he was so proud of his work, like job well done, pat yourself on the back, buddy. And even after he made it famous, he was rich, he didn't need anything. He said, I can't stop. I need to hurt somebody. Like delete somebody. I need to go out and rob somebody. And I just was like, oh, wow, interesting. Um, but when you look at our dynamic in our general vicinity, and I'm like I said, I'm not throwing all black women under the bus. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying every single one of us have had this experience with black women or colorisms or people doing something reckless or treating you a certain type of way or taking jabs at you or whatever. Okay, but I think that it happens enough in our community for us to be voicing it so we can ring the alarm for younger generations to look out for this behavior. Every day, the black community is getting more and more dangerous. And I remember it was a time when we used to be able to be like, oh my goodness, those black men over there just sure know how to act the fool. Tyrone them sure know how to act the fool. Now the women, these damn mammies, they are out of control. Do you hear me? When I tell you they are following their leaders, child, this looks dangerous. I want to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do another black community reading because I feel like there's been another energy shift and these shifts are happening quite often. Because I think I just did a reading on the black community recently, like a month or two ago, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was before my brother passed, but it definitely, I just did one. And I feel like the energy is shifting so fast. Because one minute things will be going one way, and then the next minute it'll be like, whoop, whoop, left, 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 left. It's like, damn. Like, we can't even get a break for 6 months before we have to come back on here and check this energy because these people are just, black folks are losing it. Okay? And listen, I think I'm gonna have to get back on here and start popping off at the gums too about a lot of this other stuff going on too because I apparently I've been doing shorts and stuff when because I'm trying to preserve my energy because I told you guys I've been really tired, so I put some shorts up and people got triggered because one of my shorts is titled "Her privilege is not your privilege," and now they trying to gaslight me and tell me that white privilege ain't real and I'm racist and all. Listen, y'all, stop it. There's been history documented this stuff. Like, come on, like, listen, if we gonna change things, we gotta be honest, man. Come on now, when you got history of whole towns getting burned down over white women getting whistled at and people doing stuff, admitting to it and going to court, ain't nobody going to jail, and even though they admitted that they done toe tags some black folks, like Black Wall Street, stop playing with me. Come on, y'all. Like, are we really that? Are we really that? Have we come to that? Where we can't even be honest anymore. Now, when a person says, hey, the scales are tipped in your favor, now they're the racist when they say something about it. Are you fucking serious? Like, really? Like, come on. And then the oh my God, the audacity. Let me say this. This is sidebar. I don't know who them couple of white chicks was that got underneath my video and said that I was jealous of white women. Let me tell you something, bitch. Queen will never be jealous. There is nothing. Okay, and this is not taking shots at white women because I know a lot of y'all fucks with me. I know y'all do. Well, probably not a lot, but some of y'all fucks with me and I fucks with y'all too. I told y'all I grew up, my mama's best friend was a white woman. Okay? But let me tell you something. Don't ever in your fucking life accuse me of being jealous of anything white. Okay? That would never happen. I'm not jealous of celebrities. I'm not jealous of people with money. I'm not jealous of BBL bitches. I'm not jealous of shit. I'm not jealous of skin tones. I'm not jealous of intelligence. I'm not jealous of anything. I am a woman who stands in her shit and accepts her shit and is comfortable with all her shit. Don't never get that shit twisted, bitch. Y'all running around trying to look like my ass. I ain't never bleached my fucking skin, bitch. The only thing you have that I could possibly be jealous of is the power that you have been given. That's it. Don't ever in your life accuse me of being jealous of you. That would, bitch, in your wildest dreams, that wouldn't even happen. It would never, ever, ever happen. There is nothing about you that I'm jealous of. Ever. Okay? Y'all smell funny. Y'all look funny. Bitch, what is you talking about? Okay? Fuck out of here. Don't play with me. Don't fucking play with me. Okay? I am not one of these tarot readers that's going to kiss your ass for your thumb. Because you can keep that thumb and stick it in your behind. Is what you can do with it. Okay? Don't come over here with the gaslighting, playing with me like I'm racist because I'm calling out the fucking obvious. There's documented history on this shit. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of it. But because I said something, now I'm racist. Bitch, stop playing with me. Oh, everybody has the same privilege. Everybody don't have the same privilege. If we all had the same privilege, what the fuck does Black Lives Matter mean? What was that about? Why did they burn down the whole fucking city over George Floyd? If Black Lives Matter, if everybody got the same privilege, what? Are y'all serious? Stop playing me. Let me tell you bitches that got in my comment section and accused me of being jealous and racist something. Okay? Black men have been conquered, not us. We're on the bottom because this is a patriarch and we ain't got no fucking choice. You give us an inch, and I promise you, you give black women 1 inch, and I promise you we will take a mile. Give us any authority to be in a position of power, and we will show you better than we can tell you. The Black Panther movement was started by black women. Okay? Everything that has something to do with the black community being uplifted started with us. Don't play with me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you're going to make me act up, and I don't want to act up. Okay? But anyways, back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay? On a serious note, black men and black women that are actually serious about changing the dynamic of what we see happening around us. I know there's a lot of finger pointing and there's a lot of blame gaming going on, but in real life, if we don't start taking accountability for our own shit, we can never change anything, guys. And this is me speaking from my heart. And I know sometimes when you never really had to take accountability for anything, it can rub you the wrong way. Like I did a reading not too long ago, where it came out that I want to say it was Cynthia asked, why are black men so angry? And it came out during the reading that they were angry that black women kept birthing them into the condition of the black community. And a lot of black women got triggered during that reading. It was like, oh, everybody's blaming everything on black women. Well, I don't want to be the one to try to blame everything on black women, but we're very conscious of what we see happening in our community. A lot of us know that we don't have money to get out of bad situations. Some of y'all are living in neighborhoods that are unsafe, but you're bringing babies into the world knowing that it's a possibility that your baby can be standing outside doing what babies do, playing, and they might get toe tagged, but yet you're still having babies. Some of you all don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Y'all living with y'all mama, but y'all running around here getting knocked up. Some of y'all didn't even graduate high school, don't even have a GED, don't have no plan for the future, but y'all running around here making babies. And then when your babies get to a certain age and they realize, okay, wait a minute, don't nobody like me? Everybody's afraid of me? I can't get a job because I'm black? Like what? And then you wonder why they grow up bitter and angry and wanting to hurt you. This is our fault. I'm just saying. We're the womb that, listen, men can't have babies. They could definitely get you pregnant, but men can't have babies. So bringing lives into the world in an unhealthy environment is absolutely our fault. And I don't give a damn who's doing it. Black women, white women, Asian women. I don't care who's doing it. If you're doing it, your ass is responsible for what you're doing. Okay? And y'all got to stop getting triggered by the truth. When somebody tells you what you're doing is harming and hurting me, you have to start listening. These men are angry about something else. They're not just mad that you ain't giving them no bang, 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 and you trying to make them stand up to the mantle of manhood. Okay? That's not all they mad about. You ever notice when you're in a relationship and if you listen to an older person, they'll tell you, oh, if a woman is arguing with you, that's not what she really mad about. If your man come in the house and start a fight with you with no for no reason, that's not what's really going on. He really actually out there cheating. Or your woman is actually mad because you broke her heart and she ain't over it yet, right? Them imaginary arguments that just happen when you ain't did shit. That's exactly what we see happening in the black community. Black men are getting up on public platforms and saying they mad about everything but what they're actually pissed off about. They're mad that they're black in a white society. They're mad that they're in a society that doesn't accept them because of what they look like. They're mad that they're all grouped into the same category. They're mad that they black. And I'm sorry, black women, but you and them is the only ones that can do that. I'm just saying. And I know it's difficult to hear that. I know it's hard to wrap your mind around that. But these men that are yelling and screaming in the community talking about let's get rid of black women used to be babies, just like the babies that you keep having. And really, how responsible is it of us to bring children into a community that looks the way the black community looks? That's a terrible thing to do. It's irresponsible. It's not loving behavior. And we have to stop because that part of the failure of our community is our fault. The only thing we really have control over in this patriarchy is our wombs. That's it. We can't control how much the pay rate is. We can't control if a man trying to toe tag us. We can't control the system. We can't control the jails. We can't control the jobs. We can't control shit. But we can control who come through this from between these legs, though. We can do that. We can do that. Okay? And if somebody not gonna put you in a position to where you and them kids are safe, or you can't do it, you should not be doing that. That's not love. That's not responsible behavior. It's not. And lying about our experiences with these men and with these women in this community is not healthy either. Because it's having a domino effect where things are trickling down and the children and grandchildren of us are paying for our silence, our secrets, our lies, our delusion. And spirit is letting us live to see it. A lot of these women are watching videos, their daughters being deleted on Facebook Live. Their grandbabies being deleted. They just found a little boy in an alligator's mouth not too long ago. They doing it live and in color. They mad. Y'all got to understand what they mad about. Let me ask you, would you be mad if somebody gave birth to you in an area where you got to duck at night because you don't know if bullets going to be flying all around your head? If you came up in a society where if you was the nicest person in the world, people still going to spit on your food just because you black? You could be the most educated person at your job and you still can't get a raise just because you black. White folks get to talk to you like you illiterate and stupid just because you black. You can't drive down the street and have your cell phone in your hand. You might possibly get 18 to the head and the back just because the cops don't know. You guys, we have to be honest. We have to. And like I said, at this point, nobody's saying we don't experience the same thing Nubian. See what I'm talking about? Here we go with the delusion. Nobody's saying that we don't experience the same thing. What I'm saying is we have the power to not have to experience that. Cynthia keep telling y'all to selectively breed. What's your problem? Y'all so afraid to go out and date somebody that don't look like you. Oh, I'm gonna get the white folks cooties. Oh, I'm gonna get the fleas and the ticks. Oh, I'm gonna get lice. Oh, they don't know how to wash up right. Oh, they smell funny. They look funny. Okay, teach them. Y'all the ones running around talking about love is love. And you can't help who you fall in love with. That's what y'all say when y'all go get knocked up by Tyrone. What's the problem? Okay? I'm just saying it's not responsible to go out and date and well, I ain't gonna say date who the fuck you want, but when it's time for you to start a family, when it's time for you to bring little people into the world who are going to turn into big people very fast, this ain't it, y'all. This ain't it. You can love Black D all you want. When I started doing the bang bang bang, I went and got that 5 year thing that go in your arm. I did. Cause yeah, I was using rubbers, but shit happens. The same. And though I did get pregnant young, I also got married young. And my children lived in the hood for about 5 minutes before I got the hell on. Okay? And when I tell you I was in school, I was hustling, I was selling clothes, I was selling weed, I was selling game, I was selling it all. What's up? Uh, we finna get the fuck up out of here. I figured that shit out real quick. So we have to, and I was a bad statistic for everything. I dropped out of high school. I had to go get my GED. I was all the bad statistics. Got pregnant early, all that. But I also was good statistics too. I took the initiative to change the environment that my children were in, and they grew up in one of the richest neighborhoods in the United States of America, all because I refused to have them live out the same experience that I had to live out. I refused. Okay? And nothing was going to stop me from getting them to where they needed to be to have a chance. That boy King Von never even had a chance. All that hustling her baby daddy did, and she didn't take not damn one of them dollars and get that baby up out of there. These motherfuckers out here selling all these drugs and ain't taking their money and getting out the hood. Living in the hood, dying in the hood. Pocket full of damn money. Look at the boy who just got toe tagged not too long ago. Who was he? BTB Savage. All over the internet. Stacks of money. This damn high. Couldn't even see the bottom of the damn stack. But you in the hood though. You get toe tagged in the middle of the street hood. Why you ain't leave, baby? Greed. Greed. One of our biggest downfalls. Greed and vanity are the two things that Black people struggle with. And it's really, really sad to see an outcome like this for Shanquilla, even though I was already kind of mentally wrapping my mind around it because Big Mama said it, and y'all know I believe my Big Mama because she be telling the truth. Okay? With an exclamation point. But I hear about so many different things happening to these young people. And I see all these mothers and grandmothers on the news crying and acting a fool about their grandbabies and their children and their daughters. And I feel like a lot of this stuff is so preventable if we would just be honest and take responsibility for our own damn actions. No, I don't think that everything that's happening in the Black community is Black women's fault. As a matter of fact, I think there's one thing that Black women must take accountability for. Everything else, whatever, it's debatable. Okay, let them argue about it. I ain't gonna argue about the shit. We in a patriarchy, so the leaders got to lead. Okay, if I'm the manager at the job and the store is a damn mess, they not gonna look at the employees. They gonna look at my ass. So you the manager. If your community out of control, then you need to handle that shit. Okay, but giving birth to babies in this environment is just, this is a bad look. Black women, y'all got my eyebrow up. I'm looking at y'all like, what is y'all, what we doing, man? Thank God my babies, all my babies in their 20s, okay? But child, I just, I don't understand. And I'm so tired of seeing black women getting up crying on the news. I mean, every day there's a new story. Oh my goodness. Oh my baby. She was such a nice young lady. Oh Lord. She was in school. She was about to be a nurse. She was just opened up her business. It's like, come on, y'all. Like, how do we have to sit here and do another cycle of this shit? We've been doing this for how long? How many decades have we been going in circles? How many decades have we been going in circles doing the same thing? It ain't working. It's time to try something different, man. And I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do, but I hear y'all. I be seeing y'all comments. I be reading y'all emails. Y'all saying y'all tired of shit looking like this. So I'm trying to give y'all some suggestions. Okay? Do something different. Y'all starting to look a little on the insane side. Insanity is doing something the same way and expecting a different result. You can't keep birthing babies into this environment. You can't keep birthing babies into this community and hoping and wishing and praying to God that something gonna change. You have to change first. The Bible says, take the first step and I'll do the rest. Y'all ain't made not one damn step to stop doing what y'all been doing when y'all see it ain't working. It didn't work on the plantation. It ain't worked since slavery was over. It didn't work before slavery. It ain't working. Do something different. Do something different. And if you don't like the environment you in, then leave it. Leave the damn country. Some of y'all can take 2 Social Security checks and go somewhere else and be rich. Okay? Just in case you didn't know. I'm just saying, like, anyways, this is about Shanquilla. Um, like I said, my condolences to her family. I don't know how much hope I can have for a community that has let me down for 43 years now. But I do know that I think y'all can. If y'all decide to change. It's up to y'all. So that's it. Once again, my condolences to Shanquilla and her family. Um I really wish things wasn't like this in this community. It's a really sad thing to have to see. But um, I wish you all the best and leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all of this. I don't know. I don't know how this thing gonna end. I try to do readings on it as often as possible to get an understanding of what's gonna go down with this community, but we know energy is always shifting. So we'll do another black community read and see what's going on. But this is a really sad thing. It really is. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go on ahead and get the hell on, child. Yeah, I was right about Kevin. Yeah, I predicted that Kevin Samuels shit too. A lot of people don't know that though. They be too busy trying to wait for me to finish talking so they can cuss me out in the in the comment section. But yeah. Um I wish everybody the best and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Okay. And I will see you guys later on. Probably won't be today because I gotta go do my little dance class. But I'll see you guys sooner than later. I'm still trying to figure out my sound. I wish somebody emailed me and help me. Shit. Y'all see me over here struggling. I love y'all. I'm out.